What's going on, guys? It's Super Span here. Um, Today, I just kind of wanted to talk about a thing that's been on a lot of people's minds over the last week or so, and it really sucks to hear, but the NBA is ruined. Um, the rich got richer. The Houston Rockets just acquired Michael Carter Williams. It's a 1 year deal. So they already have CP3, but now they have the second best point guard in the league, I'd say. But other than that, something else happened. I can't quite put my finger on it. I know what it is. It's DeMarcus Cousins just signed with the Golden State Warriors, and a lot of people are freaking out about that for whatever reason, including myself, actually. To be honest, I was very angry and appalled at the fact that such a great player would want to join the two-time reigning champions who just a couple years ago set the record for wins in the NBA with 73 wins and 9 losses. If you ask me, I think this is a huge cop-out decision. However, after listening to Stephen A. Smith talk about it, I agree a lot with what he's saying. For one, he is only going to be there for 1 year. He's just trying to rebuild his value, I'd say, and kind of prove to all the other teams that didn't really take a huge bet on him that that he is worth that max contract type of money still. But what I'm gonna say is, and it's what Stephen A. Smith said. He just came off an Achilles injury. I mean, look at guys like Kobe Bryant, who after he tore his Achilles, he came back and he was never the same. That was the end of his career. That was the downfall, and just I believe it was just like 2 or 3 years later, he ended up retiring. And that's a huge deal. And Kobe Bryant, his body and his stature is way different than DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins is a 7-footer. He's over 250 pounds or so. I believe he's like 270, maybe close to 300. I'm not sure. But the bottom line is he's a huge guy. I mean, if you think about it, look, one of the best players the NBA has ever seen couldn't even come back from an Achilles injury. So and he was only 6'6" and way smaller than DeMarcus Cousins. And don't get me wrong, DeMarcus is a great player, but so is Kobe Bryant. It's going to be hard for a guy as big as him to come back and play as, I would say, dominant as he played before. I mean, I for his sake, I want to see him come back and play like he did before because he was a lot of fun to watch. It is very unfortunate that he had to sign with the Golden State Warriors. But as he said, and as all the reports said, nobody else wanted to sign him, and I think that Achilles injury was a big reason why. It kind of sucks because now, I mean, if he can come back and he can play at the same level he did in New Orleans or Sacramento, I mean, it's over. It's just simply over. I mean, who else is even gonna come close? The Rockets maybe, but I mean they came close last year, but then CP3 got hurt, and that was really fun. That was a really fun series to watch. Honestly, that was my favorite series of the playoffs this year. They made it really entertaining, and it was just a lot of fun to watch. But I mean, now if DeMarcus comes back and he plays like he did, I mean, no one's going to help because Clint Capella might be gone. You not to mention, I mean, DeMarcus Cousins is easily, I would say, when he's healthy, he's the best center in the league. And they got a starting lineup of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, and DeMarcus Cousins. That is 5 returning All-Stars. I mean, no one's ever had more than 3. You know, I'm still going to watch the NBA. I'm still going to root for the Bulls. I'm still going to watch the Rockets. I'm still going to watch, the Timberwolves, all these other teams that are entertaining to watch, because the fact of the matter is there still is entertaining games and entertaining players to keep your eye on. Obviously, the Golden State Warriors, I would say, are going to three-peat, maybe even four-peat, depending on if they can keep this group of players together, which they probably all will. I would say DeMarcus Cousins isn't going to shock us by leaving or anything like that. I don't know. It's possible. Depends on it, how well he does and how much money he's even worth. If he's going to sign another $5 million contract, who knows? Personally, though, I don't think the sky is falling in terms of the NBA and the competitiveness and who's going to win and who's not. Because for one, at least, looking at the bright side, LeBron's in the West. That alone, I think, helps out so much more, in my opinion, because you got the Celtics, the Sixers, the Raptors, if they can keep their core together. You got so many. You got the Bucks. I mean, there's so many teams in the East that never even had a chance to make it to the finals. I think the Celtics are gonna. I think they're gonna make it to the finals next year. It depends how the Sixers do. It's either gonna be the Celtics or the Sixers, but either way, you're not going to see a LeBron team in the East in the finals. It's not going to be LeBron versus the Warriors again. It's not going to be, the same thing for the 5th year in a row. But, I mean, it's just, it's scary to think about DeMarcus Cousins playing for the Warriors. I mean, especially for that contract. I mean, I couldn't believe it. But then, you got to really come to terms with, one, he might not even be the same player. And 2, who knows if he's even going to come back by the playoffs. Because this takes at least 12 to 15 months to recover. I don't know. Moving on, I don't want to be a one-trick pony here, but I did just get news that the Sacramento Kings have agreed with a 4-year, $80 million deal with Zach Lavine. I mean, he is a restricted free agent, so the Bulls have 48 hours to re-sign him. Personally, I think they should re-sign him 100%. I mean, the kid's got so much potential. I mean, I'm saying kid loosely. I think he's the same age as me, so he's not older. But that's besides the point. I mean, this guy, he can finish, he can shoot. And if you teach him well enough, he can play some defense. I mean, this guy can be really, really good. I heard comparisons to Kobe Bryant before. I mean, anybody who draws comparisons to an NBA legend, I think you should definitely give a chance to. But, I mean, the Bulls have 48 hours. That's all I'm going to say. As a Bulls fan, I would love to see him back. I don't want to see them go for anybody else other than matching that contract with Zach Lavine. There were rumors about the Kings wanting him, and I've been calling their bluff ever since they said they're going to try to pick Michael Porter Jr. at number 2, because, for one, that thing was just a big old scam to try to get somebody to pay the Kings ransom just to get Michael Porter Jr. at number 2, because there were a lot of teams that wanted him. But obviously with that back injury, that didn't happen. He didn't even go top 10. So, but as far as Zach Lavine goes, man, I really hope the Bulls re-sign him. I really hope they can keep that young core together, because that's a lot of potential right there. Moving on to the Lakers. I mean, look, I'm not a Lakers fan by any means, but you know what? I'm kind of happy for them in a strange way. I like Lonzo Ball, and just the fact that he gets to play with LeBron is pretty cool. I can't wait to see that. Even Rondo just said he's got one of the highest basketball IQs he's ever played with. So that's high praise from Rondo, one of the smartest basketball players in the league today, and one of the best point guards, all around point guards, I would say, in the league we have. So, I mean, that's gonna be a pretty entertaining team to watch. They were even entertaining last year. Now they've got, Lonzo, Kuzma, LeBron, Lance Stevenson, which will be fun. And then they got Brandon Ingram, all that, Josh Hart. I can't really name anybody else, but you know what? They're going to be fun to watch. Nonetheless, LeBron's there. Basketball's back in LA. Even as a Bulls fan, that kind of feels just right because, somebody's going to compete against the Warriors again. It's LeBron. It's LeBron James. I think, honestly, if you put a good cast around him, I think he can beat the Warriors. We just got to see what happens. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun season. DeMarcus Cousins isn't even going to come back until, later in probably, February, maybe even, April. So, it's not over yet. As an NBA fan, I can, 100% say with all the belief in the world that it is not over yet. So, we just got to keep on hoping that there can be somebody that can overtake the Warriors. But till then, they're just going to keep winning. They're a good team, but DeMarcus hasn't even come back yet. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye.